Hi, you're face to face with Shell, and I hope everyone's doing okay out there. Now, I know I've not done a video for a couple of weeks. The MS fatigue has really hit me, and I have been struggling. So I'm so sorry, and there's been lots going on as well. I do realise I've not done one for maybe 3 weeks, so I do really apologise. It's not that I don't have lots more to come for you, but things have just been a bit tough this past little while. Anyway, on the back of that, I thought I would talk to you about fatigue because we all get tired, I know that, and we can all get drained, but having fatigue is something I've never experienced before I had MS. Yeah, I would get tired, yeah, I would sleep and you would feel better, but having fatigue is just totally different. As I said, nothing I've ever experienced before, and you could sleep for a day and still wake up absolutely shattered. It's very weird to explain, but on top of that, my legs do get very heavy, and again, the only way to describe it is walking through concrete, trying to lift your legs, and it actually affects both my legs. Advice, if you are suffering from that, yeah, to take as much rest as possibly can. And I know that it can be very hard if you've got kids, you've got family, you're trying to hold down a job. It can be very difficult, and I do really understand that. However, it's trying to get the balance of what can I do and pushing through, and then not pushing through too much, because then you know that you're going to suffer afterwards. And there's sometimes you just do not have a clue when it's going to hit. And you might get away with some things, because we went away, we done lots in the whole of December that I'd done a video and I told you about, and it was amazing, and I got away with that. I never had a slump, but it can only take a little thing. Like a few weeks ago, I didn't have what I call as a rest day, where I'm not going out to appointments, and I just took a big slump. So there's no rhyme or reason to it, and I wished I could actually give you, if you're suffering with it, advice, but we're all different, and different things work for different people, and I really wish I could give you advice on how to combat the fatigue and how to notice when it's coming, because as I said, in December we done lots and I never had a slump at all, and then just a few weeks ago didn't have a rest day, and for these past couple of weeks I really have been suffering with it, and it does get you down. Yeah, you do feel, oh, when is this going to end? And you just want to start doing the things. Now, I'll never be able to do the things that I used to do, and I know that, but you start to have like a new you, and obviously I've been through that with my burn injury. Difference is, with my burn injury, I knew things would get better. With my MS, unfortunately, things are going to not get better. I don't want to say that word. I don't want to say, because I feel like our minds are very powerful things, and what we feed them is what we get. So I try to stay as positive as possible, and I try not to be negative or use negative words, but some days it's hard, isn't it? And I do get that, and there are some days that I do use negative words. I try to think not of the long term, and I know we have to, and we have to plan, but as Chris said to me, deal with what's happening today, not what happened yesterday, not what's going to happen tomorrow or next week. Deal with what you've got today, and I think that's the best advice I can give you. And as I said, I wished I could there was an answer for the fatigue, but it's just, well, I've found anyway, I've just got to ride it out, look after myself, take as much rest as possible, and don't overdo things, and then my energy does return. It can take sometimes maybe just a couple of days. In this instance, it's been a couple of weeks, but we'll get there. Thank you so much for watching, and a massive shout out to my subscribers. And if you haven't subscribed, it would be great if you could. And if you're doing so, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos. Also would be great if you could give me a like, a thumbs up and a share. You know, I have a website, and I'll leave a link in the description. You can head over there. There's lots more information, help and photographs and advice. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay strong, and we'll chat soon. Bye.